Now, the interim president of Syria, Ahmed al-Sharaa, is continuing his whirlwind regional tour today, heading from Saudi Arabia to Turkey. There he is meeting the Turkish leader, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, a short while ago today. Now, Turkey has long been a powerful ally of Sharaa. For years, it backed the armed and political opposition to Bashar al-Assad, who was ousted in December last year by Sharaa's forces. Now, among the issues we expect those two leaders to discuss today is the economic recovery of Syria and Turkey's fight against Kurdish militants. Well, with me to discuss all of this, France 24's James Andre, who himself has been in Syria since the fall of Bashar al-Assad. And look, we will talk about the Kurdish question in a moment. But first, it is just worth underlining that these two are close allies, aren't they?
Yes, they're close allies. And very clearly, Turkey has brought a lot of support to al-Sharaa and Hayat Tahrir al-Sham over the years. Indeed, you know, when the organization used to run the Idlib province, which is really on the border with Turkey, well, indeed, Turkey did give a lot of advice, counseling, help, cash in order to stabilize that area. And now that indeed Ahmed al-Sharaa has arrived to power and now is formally the interim president of Syria, well, there is this meeting that is actually interestingly strategically placed. Indeed, it's the second visit by al-Sharaa since he's become the president officially of the country after Saudi Arabia. Indeed, going to Turkey first would have given maybe too much of a signal that indeed Turkey is one of the main backers when it comes to al-Sharaa. Now, there are a lot of things that are going to be discussed during this meeting. Obviously, for Turkey, it's very important that Syria recovers and recovers rapidly, because as you know, there are about 3 million Syrian refugees in Turkey, and Recep Tayyip Erdogan would like, potentially, and this is for him an important domestic political issue, to see these refugees return to Syria. In order to achieve this, well, there needs to be stability in Syria. And of course, both countries share a long border, and of course there is the potential cooperation when it comes to military cooperation. Indeed, Reuters managed to get information that there would be discussion of two potential Turkish-based military bases, air bases inside Syria in the regions of Homs and Palmyra, and this has been confirmed by various sources. So the idea, it shouldn't be signed today, but there is the question of a potential defense pact between Turkey and Syria. This, of course, would put some pressure politically in the region when it comes, of course, to Gulf Arab states, and also potentially for Israel, who, as you know, has been to great lengths just after Ahmed al-Sharaa took power in order to destroy a lot of the military equipment inside Syria in order to avoid threats from the new power in Damascus. But yes, this is a high-stakes meeting for both men, and it's an important moment for both countries because, indeed, this is a very powerful link.
And there is one very thorny issue, isn't there? And that is the question of the Kurds and Turkey's long-standing fight against them in the northeast of Syria.
Yes, absolutely. As you know, there are Syrian Democratic Forces in northeastern Syria who are backed by the United States, who indeed were the tip of the spear when it came to fighting the Islamic State group. This was a few years ago, and indeed, well, the Kurds would like a measure of autonomy for what they called Rojava, which is the northeastern part of Syria. Now, this is something that Ahmed al-Sharaa has already ruled out. What he would like to see is a unified Syria, but he wants the Kurds on board. And indeed, one of the big things that Ahmed al-Sharaa needs to do, and that indeed Turkey wishes to help with, is creating a national Syrian army. Now, Ahmed al-Sharaa would like to see the Kurds join this army and is eventually ready to negotiate some measure of independence for the Kurdish areas of Syria, but want them to be clearly attached to the new Syria. When it comes to Turkey, this is unacceptable because indeed the backbone of the Syrian Democratic Forces is the YPG. The YPG is considered a terrorist organization by Turkey because indeed it is linked to the Kurdish Workers' Party, which is considered a terrorist organization inside Turkey and also by the United States. And indeed, for Turkey, it's unacceptable to have a Kurdish entity at its gates. It considers that a major threat. So it's going to be important to broker some kind of deal between Turkey, who is a NATO ally, as you know, a NATO member state, the United States, who is backing the Kurds themselves, and this new power. And this is really a thorny issue and is going to be, in months to come or weeks to come, a very, very important case to solve if indeed Ahmed al-Sharaa is to manage to unify the whole of Syria.